What is going on, people? Welcome to, we'll call this the KahnKast series, because this is where we talk about how the Kahn bites each member of the cast. We're going to start with the other Kahn, my secondary character, Kotal, if you can't already tell, or if you're blind and for some reason watching this. But, okay, so first thing I want to go over is, so first things first, we're going to go over his moves. So, just a few things to be aware of. So, Kotal Kahn's stand 1, 8 frames, -2 on block. That's, see, this is why we should go over that, because that's actually better than I thought it was. Royal Backhand is the forward one. That's going to be your advancing high. This is his poke. Temple Punch. 0 on block, 9 frame startup, like that's good to know too. Back 2, this is associated with back 2-2, which is his kind of long swinging move, is terrible on block. Startup is 17 frames, and then you got forward 2, 19 frame startup, -7 on block. Rising cut, that's his uppercut, which we'll get into. So honestly, these videos are gonna be more like labbing the opponent. So I'm gonna go over their moves more. So we're not gonna go over each and every attack, but kind of just their key ones. But I think the basics is actually pretty important. Forward 3, so that's gonna be his advancing low. Yeah, you can see there it hits low. -5 on block, but the recovery is actually a lot faster than it seems. Like it's a really there's not a whole lot of block frames. Block stun, not sure what the word is anymore. Stat 4. You guys have seen me use it. It's kind of a keep away tool when you're setting up totems. Mace sweep, that's just his sweep. Brutal boot, advancing mid, safe on block, pretty quick, 15. Down 4, his poke, and it's the hit advantage is good enough to where you cannot dodge. I think it's his unblockable. Where is it? Yeah, it's this one. 41 frames. Interesting. Okay, well, yeah. The hit advantage is, so the cancel advantage is 14 hit advantage, so it's, I'm not sure how the numbers work on that right out of the gate. Then his jump attacks and so on. We're going to talk about his combos. So 1-2, 1-2-2. If you're not sure of the notation, go study up on the wordage I'm using, but this is basically forward X, Y, forward X, Y, Y, if you're on Xbox. But for the forward 1-2, and then forward 1-2-2, 1-2-2. So it's important to note the frame data on some of these. So this is +1. This is -16. This is -5, but it ends with a low. These are the extensions. 2-2, -9 on block, so it's actually it actually is punishable. Not by Shao Kahn though. If you're using Shao Kahn, if you're using Shao Kahn, moves have to be -10 or worse. 2-2-1. This is launch punishing, or this is a launcher, but it is -13, so punish accordingly. 4-2-4, -5 on block, completely safe, and there's a lot of you can end it. You can go with they can go with Grand Discus. They can go with Kahn Cut. You can go with parry. There's a lot of extensions, so kind of challenging this is something you're gonna try to avoid. Unless your opponent's kind of showing patterns. Back 2-2, horrific on block. Same deal though. There's a certain move that he has that makes it usable. I'd say the string is not usable as a neutral move. I'd say it's more of an anti-air roll punish with punish. Like this is strictly for punishing. That's what you want to use this move for, is Kotal. Back 2-2-3. That's ending it. Yeah, ends with an overhead. -5, but if you flawless block it, it is horrendous, so take note of that. 3-4, 0 on block. We'll get into this soon, but very good on block. No gap either. It also ends in the mid. 4-3-4, -3, so actually pretty good frames on block. It does have a gap though. Okay, but so let's get into what these moves mean. So as Kotal, let's set up this. Let's get the frame data going. We'll have Shao Kahn block right now. So note the distance this leaves him at. Now at this distance as Kotal, I'll usually go for something like this, because I'm +1, so a slight dash up into a poke, which at this range is very evasive as well. So I'm going to turn my game volume down. I'm going to turn the game volume down because I want you guys to hear me on this more than anything, but I guess that's good enough. Well, so 1-2-2, it's kind of one of his core things. Good Kotal will start to stagger it. They'll also go straight into the command grab. So this move. Now the recovery on that is 43. So notice how long it takes for me to get that jab out. So, I mean, this is kind of a move you guys all know. It's pretty much his bread and butter. Honestly, I call it a crutch move. A couple characters have this. Jockey with Bionic Bounce, Cabal with Air Gas. These crutch moves are basically moves that this character, in my opinion, really can't function without. At least not nearly the same. Some Shao players think Annihilation or Skewered or some of those moves, Ground Shatter even, but to me, Kotal's command grab is a true crutch move. So, I had notes on this, sorry, let me get into those. But it's an important thing to know, that's why if you gotta go back over where I just talked about his moves, because we're gonna start with that, so that way when you guys want to go back and you guys want to know the frame data, just go back to this video and go look through the beginning where I literally go through it if you just need a quick look. Because essentially, what you're going to start doing as Shao Kahn is learning how to punish, because Kotals will do shit like that. This. Right? So, you guys all know those. But so, if you noticing though, I have to kind of come here. I have to be close. Another thing to note is that Kotal does not have any fast mids. He has this, which is 17 frames. This is 19. This is a high. And it's 13 frames, and the extension comes out a lot later. Now the mid is pretty quick, but again, you gotta be close for this to connect. This is a close hitting move. You have to be pretty close for this move to connect. See, as soon as you're like here, or here connects. Yeah, it doesn't connect outside that range though. Stand 2, also very stubby, pretty quick. Honestly, a pretty underrated punishing string in my opinion, because anything that's 10 frames or worse, it can launch, especially at point blank. And if you can get the timing down, you can get the armor break with Kotal pretty well. But as you can see, if you finish the whole string, it is -13. So usually some Kotals will go into Grand Discus or something like that. But the reason I keep mentioning range is that with Shao Kahn, what you want to do is kind of avoid him being in. You want Kotal to stay away from you. You want to keep Kotal right about at this range, because at this range, forward 1 whiffs, but forward 2 is too slow, and your down poke's gonna kind of keep him away. So right about this range, I'd say just outside sweep, because if you stay just outside of here, his poke misses. You can dash up, go into a quick dash. If you look at my inputs, I'm doing a very quick dash up. You see, there I'm doing forward. I'm gonna fucking show this on the fucking... Yeah, I don't have a like marker, but okay. If you look on the left side where my inputs are, at the bottom, I'm doing forward, and then down circle. I'm doing a dash and then canceling it. I'm doing it very quickly. You don't have to do it that fast. I mean, you can kind of just... You can even just tap forward a little bit or hold it. But I like to dash up and do like a down 4. Because Shao Kahn's... Your down 4 is going to be one of your key tools. If you watched any of my guys before, or even just played Shao Kahn remotely... his down 4 is one of his key attacks. The range, the speed, the evasiveness, and the range especially is kind of what keeps it. Because of this, with this range, you see how far this leaves Shao Kahn at? If you do it at max range, it leaves me at a point where nothing can really hit me. Especially because it's only, I mean, -9 doesn't sound too great on paper, but when you back up, like when you do this, you kind of reset neutral, especially against characters like Kotal. He has to challenge it with forward 2, which is slow enough for you to see coming when you're backing up. So I'm gonna have Kotal, okay, we're gonna record Kotal. Oh, wait. What is it? Yeah, playback. Oop, sorry, 1 second. Sorry about that. Okay, so again, the way Kotal kind of has to check you. So like we're gonna go from the middle right now, but I'm gonna have him. So if he forward 4s after a down poke, oh shit, supposed to reversal attack. You can stuff it because it's 19 frames. So max range, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's not fast enough. He didn't take another down 4. Another down 4. I was supposed to trade, I think. How did I do that shit? I did something earlier. Either way, it's slow enough where you can stuff the forward 4. And with that in mind, you can also... So that's the other way for him to advance. And this one even more so. You can whip punish him pretty big time for that. Like that. If you back up, do not back up with if he reverses with this, that's why you will get caught. You can't because you're backdasher. You can stuff it, and this works against both options. The only way that he can check you really is let me see this. See, because even if he does that, you know what I mean? His down 4 is not reaching. Unless I dash up, then yeah, I get hit. But if I'm just down 1ing, this covers 3 options of the total 4 that he has from here. That's the only way he can check me, and that only does 7% or 70 points of health on shots, even less. It's like 6 point something. But you know, I mean, oh, that's what it is. You can do down 4 twice, I think, or supposed to trade. Dang. But yeah, you essentially have a pretty easy time dealing with him at this range I talked about in the beginning. You want to come right here, because then if you sweep, this is faster than, because that's just a poke. I mean, you know, from this range, what opens up from this range, that's why, is once you start conditioning them, you know, you start getting it with this shit. You know, you start getting down 4s in, because then what you can do from here is you can start going like this. You know, you can start doing this. You can watch dash up grab. You can forward 2. You can forward 4. You know what I mean? It opens up the options that you have. I'm not sure if that jails, but it does not. But you can, you know, you can definitely jab this. Wait. Fucking shit. Yeah, that jails. If you guys forgot. Okay, I screwed that up. But main thing is that from this range, it opens up what you can do in terms of an offense. And with Kotal, your best bet is going to be trying down 4. Do be careful. If you're playing a smarter Kotal, or you let him kind of get in this range, forward 2 becomes more of a threat. Because from here, forward 2 reaches just far enough where it's online, it's going to be hard for you to react and flawless block. In my opinion, it is. People sit there like this and do it against me. I can't do it, and you guys have seen my abilities in flawless blocking. I consider myself pretty good. But again, it's hard from this range to kind of keep an offense because forward 2 just reaches far enough. So unless you're here, then it's not unless you're here or here, like it's not really, or here and closer, and then like this range is not good. Because from here, forward 2 is kind of a threat. You go a little further, forward 2 is not a threat, but, you know, if you're playing a good Kotal and you can kind of wave dash, then you might be in trouble, because then, you know, he dashes up and goes into it. Now you're getting hit. So, full screen, you may ask, is that a decent range? No. Because Kotal has the parry, he can deal with literally anything from spears to hammer lunges. And another reason I don't like this range is even if the Kotal's being patient, he can parry if you do this. And yes, you can capitalize on a jump in. Most Kotals aren't just sitting there with the parry. But in my notes I have here, be wary of slower moves like forward 4 and forward 2. Now, if you want to use these moves, or not if you want to, but these moves can be used, but you want to use them when you have the corner. Because from this range, forward 1 from him is going to miss. Forward 4 can check you. Basically, at this range, he has to forward 2. But doing forward 2 out of the corner is a pretty ballsy fucking thing. So, again, you know, when you're in the corner, this is where you can kind of start mounting an offense. You know, you can start doing stuff like this. Sorry, let me get him on block. Just to kind of show you the pressure, you know, you start getting this stuff. You know, stand one, down 4. One of Shell's best fucking tools is this shit. This literally alone works wonders for pressure because people can't flawless block up too. A lot of the casts can't flawless block it either. In fact, yeah, let's try and have him. I'm doing the wrong thing. Off. Yeah, see? He can't even reach at max range. You know, and then you get him with that, you can get a reversal on it. But you see what I mean though, right? Is that max range. Oh, that was kind of backwards. What I'm trying to show you with this is that it's pretty hard for Kotal to deal with you at this range. That's going to be kind of the theme of when you play against Kotal. He doesn't have a fast mid other than forward 4, and it's still 15 frames. So a lot of the times you can mash. You can usually mash your turn back. This is -9, meaning the poke is going to come out at 15 frames. So I think it's on paper it's supposed to trade, but I don't really think it does. Wait. I was just trying to do it a little earlier, that's why it wasn't really working. Wait, on, then, yeah. But you know what, his is 7 frames, yeah, so this actually, yeah, this will, unless he does forward 4, because that will, as you can see, beat out any options that you have mashing your turn back. And most Kotals don't know that. I've never had a Kotal do that to check me ever. Not fucking once. So, again, you're going to want to take your turn back. You don't want him to mount an offense because like I was showing you, Kotal has way better frames, way better mix-up game, and he hits as hard as you do. So again, you don't want him to be in your face putting the pressure on. And it leads me to my next point. You want to really punish Kotal for his mistakes because like Xiao, he's a bit of a high-risk character. The command grab that we were showing in the beginning is horrific. And unlike most characters that kind of get like, you know, they get some rinky-dink combo, something like this. Most characters do about this damage. About 33, 34. Now, if he doesn't have breakaway, as Shao Kahn, I'll just show you just one bar restem. It's 38% into a restem. And if you want to go for damage, I'm doing it after jump 2 because that's what you're going to do after you, shit, I screwed that up. Yeah, look at that. He went up for command grab. You read it, you get 43%, just about. And you know, if you want to do 2, if you want to do 2 bars. But this is what I mean by you gotta capitalize because as Shao Kahn. Oh shit. I swear I've hit this combo before. I'm having trouble with this one. There we go. Why is it harder on offline? 47% flat. Yeah, that's a lot. Half health, just about, just under. He is 1050, but 470 still fucking hurts. You're gonna not want to get hit by Xiao as Kotal. So the objective as Xiao is when you get the chance to hit him, make him regret it. Taking your turn back, capitalizing on punishment. Again, Shao Kahn's flawless blocks are amazing. So something else I'm going to show you guys real quick. Flawless block this shit. 32% into a restand. Sorry. Here, a little more reliable. Still 1 bar after a flawless block. Now, let's just say... and we're gonna go to the center. Sorry. Wait. You can do this if they don't have breakaway and you don't have beater. I'm sorry. Oh. Ah, shit. Also do something like that. I think this... That does the same damage? Okay, I want to see this. Okay, wait. Oh, you can double jab into that shit. Okay, 251. Ooh, you can get that on a big character. 258. Okay, so that's the max. Optimally, that's what that is. If you guys watch me though, I tend to just do this. It's a reliable 234. If you're wondering why I use scum grab, if they happen to break away. Yeah, let me try and record this actually. Let's see if I can get that. Okay, yeah. Sorry, let me... Not timing. Yeah, you can get a quick 292 if they're not paying attention like that. Yeah, 249. You know what I mean? And as you guys saw, the 290. Yeah, 292, and you know, again, if you guys are paying attention, on characters that don't have that much health, like Jackie, Cetrion, these same characters also give you a hard time, but they have less health for a reason, and you want to down that shit as much as you can. So again, capitalize where you can. So that's not the only gap I'm here to talk about. Another thing that you guys can do, because a lot of Kotal's game plan revolves around this shit right there, because it jails, stand 1 jails. So if you get hit by the poke, you want to get used to kind of flawless blocking on hit. Oh. Oh. I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what I mean? You got a bar meter, 320, 327. You know, same deal if you get hit, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. It's kind of a reflex. Fuck, it's hard offline. Oh, why can't I do it now? Jesus Christ. Shell! And for shits and giggles, let's pretend you got KB loaded. Hell, we can do this shit too. Wait, sorry. Oh, come on. Oh. Yeah, I don't think you can land it like that, but it's okay, it's okay. The main thing is, again, capitalizing. So again, because he doesn't have a fast mid, his options are to poke with down 3 or down 1 and then jail into his 1-2, where the mix-ups begin. So if you start learning how to flawless block that shit though, you essentially shut down his offense, meaning he has to start resorting to other mix-up options that are now more risky. And yes, that opens up more doors for him, is meaning that there's more mix options for you, because now he could jail it, short hop, regular throw, delay stand 1. He could forward 2-4 even. I see a lot of the higher level players do that. They'll land down 3 and then go into forward 2-4. So I'm using a shot right now, but like a lot of the newer Kotals, they'll do this, because what this does is it catches you trying to flawless block. You'll be mashing, you know, tapping R2 and hitting up triangle, but you'll be getting up 2, and then you'll be getting hit by 4-2-4, which is his most damaging combo starter. And that's not good, you know? Yeah. Sorry, I had to make sure I could still hit that shit. What else I got on my notes? Jump-ins, yeah, definitely jump-ins. So Kotal Kahn's jump-in is decent, but it's not amazing. So with Shao Kahn, if you're going in early, oh, you know what I mean? You can't react to this very well. You can anti-air him. I mean, if you're expecting it, yeah. But on reaction, this is a very hard thing. And I mean, yeah. If they can flawless block it, but that's actually kind of a more of an advanced tech. You guys are getting hit by that. You know what I mean? But yeah, essentially what you're seeing though is that it's kind of hard to react. I mean, you can anti-air him. It's not impossible. I mean, you have a better chance of stand 4. Yeah. It's kind of a weird anti-air, you know what I mean? If you're expecting it, yeah. Like, this is expecting it. You're waiting for him to jump. You can hit him every goddamn time. Even then, you know what I mean? I'm still screwing up. Expecting it, it's just a matter of timing. As soon as he jumps, stand 1. Stand 1. Stand 1. Even then, you see what I mean? I'm dropping it. Point is, it's not easy to anti-air Shao Kahn, and you want to abuse the shit out of that until he figures out how to deal with it. This whole game is essentially checking your opponent's knowledge. Like, does he know how to punish this? Can he flawless block it? Does he know how to flawless block it? You know what I mean? All that stuff is important. Yeah, command grab, punishing it optimally. I'm not sure if I showed that yet, but essentially, yeah. You know, you hit like a truck. I'm using jump 2 because when it whiffs, you essentially... So mid-screen, you get 34 into the restand. I think you can do that from anywhere. Yeah, see, that's still... It restands. I mean, you want to do that in the corner. If you're sitting here at this range, you might as well just go for full damage. Never mind 34 restand, you can just get 39, and that hits pretty fucking hard too. And that's, you know, you want to hit him every chance you get. Flawless blocks and making the right reads, micro ducks, especially if they're doing a lot of let me see if I can do this. Oh, yeah, okay, sorry, wait. I'm trying to see, because when you start micro ducking, wait, sorry, let me get a, you know what I mean? Or like here, let me get him a little further. Sorry, let me get him a little further. There's a better way to show this, but you can, once you start micro ducking, you force him to start reversing with a poke, and then from there you can start, you know, you can start what's it called? You can start flawless blocking. You know what I mean? You're conditioning them to play the way you want them to play. That's kind of what it is with Shao Kahn. You're trying to get the Kotal player to play how you want them to play. If you'd rather they go with the poke, then keep mashing. If you want them to reverse with start standing stuff, I mean, then you know, you start micro ducking or start flawless. I don't know how to explain it, but essentially utilize these things to kind of make your opponent how, if you control the pace of the game, you're in a better position. Shutting down, knowing the block up 2 frames. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not sure if I showed it, but okay, so Kotal Kahn, I'm gonna have him reverse. I want him to, so we'll have him do his up 2 as fast as possible, and we're gonna go in the corner so you guys can see this. But from max range, he can't hit me, and that's huge. Oh. See, if you're a little close, yes, but honestly, from this shit. Sorry, dicking around too much, but his up 2 is fast, but it's fast-ish. It's not the fastest, but it's fast-ish. It's not fast enough to beat Scarlet's parry, but it's just shy enough to where down 4 kind of keeps him away from you. I took it off, didn't I? Yeah, see, from here I can get hit, but you know, for max range. And again, when you got him in the corner, that's when you can start enforcing your game plan and your pressure, your plus frames, your mix-ups, and that's kind of what you want to do. Yeah, practice the flawless block gaps for 1-2-2, back 2-2-3. I'm gonna change variations real quick because he has a couple other moves, and I just want you guys to kind of get accustomed to seeing it. But it's essentially 1-2-2 is he has a few things. 1-2-2 has a gap. Oh. Easy punish. This also has a gap. It does. How do I? I don't think I've ever practiced it though. There. Let's see. I think it is. So now we gotta check. Yeah, it has a gap. Yeah, it definitely has a gap. See, even I don't even know the gap that well, you know what I mean? I'm not good with that gap either. I actually don't flawless block this in game almost ever. But I should. Yeah, 30% into a restand because you tried to keep it safe. Back 2-2-3 is another one. You can either flat out interrupt it. Oh, sweet. I think you can. Oh, I swear you could. Can you reverse them out of it? And you can just straight up, I think you're supposed to... Bro, okay, I guess you have flawless block it. I always flawless block it because of this. Wait. So it's important to note the frames on this. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So regular block, -5. You flawless block it, -20. Meaning you can consistently punish it with anything you want, actually. You can do this and that's a punish. Point blank, you can do that. And land 45%, you know what I mean? It's crazy. You can even do stand 4. But that's not your best punish, obviously. Your best punish is 1-4 hammer launch. You can get a whole lot of damage with that. Oh, actually, no, your best punish is this shit right here. Reversal throw punish. Make sure you do it immediately and make sure you press forward. I screwed up the combo. That's a crime. And now I did the wrong throw. Okay, bad juju. Yeah, point is, back 2-2-3. Start practicing those gaps. Flawless blocking the pokes. And, you know, some Kotals, they'll try to stagger with just the raw disc. Oh. If you know he has no meter, and this is something I say in all my videos, pay attention to your opponent's meter. Because if you see he has no meter, now you can start to kind of wait for the disc or wait for con cut, either of which is punishable. I think even on block it's punishable. Or what is it? What is it on block? -7. Yeah, no, see, it's safe. But you can definitely see it coming. I'm trying to block it. even that. Versus KahnKast. I want to, okay. We'll do this. Yeah, here. Okay, I'm gonna try to play back, random hidden playback, yeah. Yep. Yep. You can react to whatever it is. Look at that, I'm doing it. You can kind of OS it almost. Because I'm letting go of block, actually, right through the end. Yep. It is OSable and reactable. So, again, don't fall for that shit. Pay attention to your opponent's meter. Kind of get used to seeing their patterns and, you know, seeing what they're going to do. Sorry, 1 second. Okay, sorry, that was my lovely lady. I kind of finished my point on that. Punishing the unblockable and using spear charge. Okay, that's a new one. Let's get a... I think this is the one that has it. So spear charge, is this the one? yeah, it is, okay. Alright though, so spear charge. The big thing with spear charge that, if you guys ever watched me play it, is when you get a forward throw, the range that this leaves him at, here what I'm going to do is, I'm going to reset the distance. Spear charge goes about this far. It's the max range. Okay, now we're here. Oh. You cannot punish this move for shit. You can punish it with that. Yep, not even that reaches. You can do that. But this actually leaves Shao Kahn at a pretty decent range. In fact, it leaves you right at the range that I told you about. So again, and now from here, if I'm Shao Kahn now, sorry, I want his reversal attack. Yeah. See what I mean, though? Now I can take my turn back again. Hey! It's a hard move to punish at that range. Now, that's why I put it in my notes, is because Spear Charge, yes, he can parry it, but if you do it right after a forward throw and they don't, most people won't delay get up from that range. And if they also don't roll. Now, obviously, yes, there's a few problems with what I just said. If you roll, you're fucked. But it is a good check. Now, especially if your opponent's low on health and you have a big life lead, this is a good thing to throw out. Because I think it's actually punishable if, yeah. Yeah, for some reason, it's punishable if you do the raw one. And I've said that in a guide before, but for some reason, this is, I think it's more punishable, that's why. No, it's still minus 17, but he gets closer for some reason. But this range, totally safe. You do it at max range after a forward throw. Let's do another one. Let me do the reset distance. Oh, sorry. Now, same deal, I believe. Okay, not quite. But, you know, I mean, you dash up and do it. You know what I mean? I mean, the point is that just leaves you in such a... It's a good check, you know what I mean? Like, this leaves you at a good range and it's hard to punish. His forward one should, I think, whiff from here. No, never mind. That's punishable. Okay, forward throw only. Good to know. But okay, let's we're kind of getting toward the end of this. Yeah, be aware of forward one. That was kind of that's in my notes right after that. Punishing the unblockable. You can short hop it. So some situations I've seen Kotals do it is they'll do something like, oh shit. Why are you blocking? Oh, that's right, I don't have the right fucking variation. God damn it. Okay, sorry, real quick, gotta switch back. What I'm trying to say though is that's why some Kotals will try to set this up, doing something like this. I just had one do it today. Now the problem with this thing is, and this is why I don't do it too often as a Kotal player, is that holding it down. In fact, let's see the most optimal way to deal with this. I want to say maybe you can get a jump in. Yeah, so if you don't, you can't jump right out of the gate. You gotta delay get up. Oh. Wait a minute. Hey, look at that. You can do a full fucking side switch. %, because he tried to just get a cheeky little restand setup. You know what I mean? So again, capitalizing is the name of the game with Kotal. So real quick, I'm gonna turn the game down a little bit more. So the big thing too, and this is with every character, but well, okay, yeah, most Kotals from my experience don't use KahnKast, which is this launcher. The higher levels do. Sorry, let me KahnKast is the launcher. This one, it's this. And it's a weird move. It kind of high crushes. If you don't know what that means, it means it evades high attacks and goes under them and hits you at the same time. It'll dodge the high attack and hit you. Now, most Kotals don't use it, so for those of you at the lower levels, be ready for the armor break, so just be aware of that. Don't break away with Kotal unless you know you can. One situation that not everyone might know about is one of the... So, now I gotta switch fucking variations again. But one of the ways to deal with it... Oh shit, one more time. Sorry guys. Okay, so as I was saying, okay, you want to try to find patterns. How do they take their turn back? So that kind of goes back to the poking, stand one. Good Kotals will throw in a grab, and in his case, even a command grab here and there. Some of them will jump. If I think you're going to do something stupid, sometimes I'll just jump in response. Just try... Every round, try to pick up an up, or you know what, even better, every time it hits you, at least, try to pay attention. Like, okay, I did this, he did that in response. He blocked this, he did that in response. He got hit by this, and he did this in response. Could be jump, hit, poke, forward 2, walk back, anything. And, you know, when you start to pick up those patterns, then you can start to kind of put answers, you can start to put solutions into those equations, you know what I mean? Think of it as an equation. Kotal does, you do one thing, Kotal does another thing. And what you're going to put as the solution. So prime example, 1, 2, 1 plus 3, which is this string. Oh, there you fucker. This string. If he blocks it, some Kotals go with a throw. Some Kotals go with stand 1. Some Kotals poke. Some Kotals jump. Some Kotals walk back. I don't know, you know, and you got to start realizing. So I'll try to gauge, like, hey, should I micro duck or flawless block? And usually I'll just pick one and then see how he responds. Because if I micro duck and he pokes, I'll get hit. If I try to flawless block and he throws, then I get hit, I get thrown. You know what I mean? Like, you got to kind of pick up patterns as the fight goes on, and that's why it's first to 2, so you can kind of learn your opponent. You got some time to gauge. Now, most Kotals don't use KahnKast, even then for... Oh, okay. I was trying to say that blocking low is going to be your best bet. There's not a whole lot of overheads. Forward 3 into KahnKast is a huge risk, and most Kotals won't even use it. Getting used to punishing sunlight with shoulder to minimize time in sun. So this works with spear charge as well, but when you're... you know what? Let's actually... A lot of the time when Kotal Khans get like about here, or you know what, let's have him, what we're going to do, real quick, do I not have the, again, I got to switch, bro, this is rough. I made this variation specifically so I could showcase the moves, that's why, but okay, we're almost done here. Most Kotals will do some shit like this. So from this range, Now, let's just say, for shits and giggles, you got like 2% health. Yeah. Now, if you do it right away... Nope. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to just get the distance right. But most Kotals will do that, yeah, they'll do something like that. So from here, oh. Now from here, okay, so I actually died in that situation, but like, if you're pretty low on health, a lot of Kotals will try this, that's why. They'll try to close it out like this. You know what I mean? You guys saw that though. I didn't lose my health. Now, if you go forward, I'm pretty sure he actually dodges the sun even more. Now, that time I died. Now, what you can do actually is, you go like this. Oh my god. Now, the reason I'm trying to teach this too is that you guys get used to just not freaking out when the sunlight comes out. Oh my god. Why am I having so much trouble with that? Even forward 3, I mean, even back 3. Oh, actually, no, I died though. Yeah, no, okay, because he gets back in the sun. Yeah, no, I died again. Okay, but the main thing is that, right there, sun's gone and I still didn't die. Now I died. So, again, you want to do, just don't be afraid to use that 1100 health is kind of the key thing with this part of the videos. I want you guys to not be afraid of the sunlight. So, a couple other things, little side notes. Is that, you know, Kotal from afar, if he has this shit, it's just important to note the frame data on this. -7, you know? So you can't punish it with a poke, nothing. However, you can hit him out of it. Oop. You can't hit him out of it though, I know that much. You can do something like that. You can also do something like that. Oh. Right. Yeah, you can do something like that. You know, you get something like this. Ah. I don't know if that punishes. Yeah, that punishes. Ugh, let's try to get this. Oh my god. Nice. Hey, 45. Honestly, just uppercut this fucking move. It's the most consistent thing I can think of. Because this isn't, I mean, you can get that. But even then, you're spending a bar for like 24. And it's kind of a hard read. Oh, it looks pretty consistent though. Oh, you're just down one. Yeah, down two seems to be the best option. The most consistent fuck out of here option is down two. So we also have this move, which if you touch this is -2. It is flawless blockable, but that's kind of hard to do. But more so with this one, just let him take his turn. It's fine. Odds are after using that, they gave up something that's pretty key. Either a totem, Grand Discus. They probably won't have that, but be aware of just the frames. But okay. That is pretty much how you fight Kotal Kahn in terms of totems and stuff like that. You can try to get a spear. Just make sure you don't get hit by the disc. Take back your turn with Dark Priest as much as you can after a spear. After any kind of trade, get Dark Priest. His disc is too slow to hit you. That's a really key thing too. In terms of using taunts, don't bother, because getting hit in the chest with a disc is not going to feel good. But yeah, that is my guide on fighting Kotal Kahn. I hope you guys like it. And comment down below who you guys would want to see next. And I hope you all have a good time. Till next time, peace.